pass through the heart of winter, and every day it's plain to see that the world is blossoming anew. The evidence is all around us. It's been a year since I moved back up here. Sometimes I feel like my old life was a dream. If you've ever made a drastic relocation, then you will understand what I mean. It's all too easy to stay in the dream, to hold on to the past, and all too difficult to let go. I recently had the pleasure of reading Mirrors in the Earth by Asia Suler. In it, she discusses the term marcescence, the phenomena of certain deciduous trees holding onto their leaves long after the autumn has passed. I am not only guilty of encouraging people to let go during the autumn, as if it's just that easy, but also holding onto my own leaves and seeing this as a burden. But notice as spring rolls around, these marcescent trees, though late in shedding their leaves, do so eventually. And in spring they bloom and sprout new life just as their neighbors. I thought this was a wonderful analogy to describe our own habits of holding on. It's okay if you're still holding on. Everything has its season. Midwinter is the perfect time to plant seeds. These can be literal or figurative. And while I am planning on starting a garden later this year, for now I have planted seeds of intention. Ideally, I treat the quiet stillness of winter as sort of an incubator, a cocoon, in which all of my creative ideas are slowly taking form. I've been diving into my design work again, and like the spring, these things can be slow to unfold. It's been a couple of years since I began my deep dive into sewing once more, and since then I've developed a stronger sense of what I want to create in the long run. But more on that later. For now, here is the mandatory design montage. Hello. So as usual, I have disappeared for a couple of months, even after saying, yes, I'm going to be more active on YouTube. But life happens and here we are. I originally meant to post this around midwinter, which was February 1st for all of us in the Northern Hemisphere, and it's now the end of March. So yes, next week is April and spring. Spring is already sprung here. We've got I live in Georgia, so we're famous for having our dogwood trees, and those are in bloom right now. And then all of the red buds have just finished blooming. The pear trees have finished blooming. I am so excited for wildflower season and everything that comes with that. It's my neighbors, hang on. In this video, I showed you guys a lot of the footage I've been taking when I'm out hiking. Something about moving back up here, taking power in my situation, is trying to form positive associations with this town. One of the ways I have formed a sense of agency with this situation is taking what I love, so nature and hiking, and applying it here. I live in northwest Georgia at the very foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, so we have beautiful distinct seasons and deciduous trees, and there are some mountains nearby that I've been exploring. Mountains, these are like baby mountains if you're a real hiker or mountaineer, but it's been really fun to explore this area, things that I took for granted for so many years, and forming positive associations with living here. In this video, I also shared a little bit of my design process. I don't know how many of you are interested in that. I know one of my most popular videos is my sewing video from a couple of years ago, and I certainly want to include more sewing and design content in these videos. It's just something that's so time-consuming and focused that I hardly think about filming at the time. So the little bits that I've included here, I hope that can give you an idea of how I like to work. I'm creating some core designs for a brand that I'm working on, and I'm hoping later this year I can share some of that with you, either through video footage or actual garments to be purchased. Who knows? If you design clothes, if you're an artist, if you work on any sort of design or art, you will understand it doesn't happen overnight, and there are many drafts, many trials and errors. This video was mostly showing you what I've been up to the past couple of months. I'm still working at the thrift store I was at. I'm working part-time, but in my time off I am gearing up and focusing more on bettering myself and what I want to do in the long run. Things are always changing and shifting, and that is, I mean, I guess that's unanimous with the theme of this video, the changing seasons and spring beginning, new beginnings and hope. I love this time. I think it is so magical, and the fact that every year I get to experience spring, it just really gives me hope. I've said it 1,000 times, but we are so closely tied with the natural cycles of our world. If anything, I can feel grounded in the fact that I am in it, I am part of it, and so are you. And the good times and the bad times come and go. You know me, I have to leave the video on some enigmatic note. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm ready for this year. I feel like it's gonna be a good one. I feel hopeful and creative, and I'm taking one thing at a time. I just wanted to pop in and let you guys know that I am doing well, and of course I'd like to share more, but again, it's not always possible. I will probably close this part out and then realize, oh yeah, that was what I was gonna say. As you will know, these vlogs, they're not anything super serious and heavy. I'm not saving dolphins or saving people or administering life-saving medication. I'm just making casual vlogs, so that should take some of the pressure off, you would think. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon for more spring and summer videos. Wow, that is so awkward. I'm gonna work on that.